Welcome back. Time is almost 8:15. Accused killer Alec Murdaugh is filing a federal complaint against the official who South Carolina Supreme Court judges say prejudiced the jury in his murder trial.
That filing comes less than a week after the justices overturned Murdaugh's conviction in the shooting deaths of his wife and son, setting him up for a retrial.
Joining us now, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Khalif, I'm sure I know the answer to this question, but how serious do judges and the court system take outside interference, jury tampering, and is it enough to obviously overturn convictions? That's what we're hearing here.
Yes, this is the most serious, period. I mean, there's nothing more serious than this in the criminal justice system. Judges don't want their cases to be overturned, and one way to have it to be overturned is that the judge misapplied the rule of law, right? But the other way is if there's any type of interaction, inappropriate conversations, inappropriate interactions with the jurors. And so the Supreme Court of South Carolina decided this was extremely over the line, and that's why now Alex Murdaugh's team is deciding to bring this civil lawsuit against Becky Hill, specifically because she was doing a number of things that violated his constitutional rights.
And so what is the civil, I guess, what are the damages here? Besides, obviously, your reputation, serving prison time. But when you talk about money, which is what we're asking for here, how do you put a dollar amount on that?
You can easily put a dollar amount on it. His legal representation, they know what that dollar amount is. They know that, hey, we charged him this amount, $600,000 is what they talked about. It cost for him to defend himself in that first trial. So that's what they're asking for. They're saying it cost this amount. That basically was wasted. While taxpayer dollars were wasted to do this trial, with a judge to be there, with the prosecutor's office to be there, well, Murdaugh had to pay for his team to be there. That cost now to do a redo, that money's gone. That the legal services have already been rendered for a case that should have been done with, but for Becky Hill's actions in the background. And so if you're looking at these types of claims, USC 1983 claims are going to be based under color of law. It's a person in the position of authority already acting within that position of authority, and have they exceeded their position of authority to so much so that now they violated one of my constitutional rights. What's the constitutional right you're saying they violated here for him? It's the right to having a fair and impartial jury trial that's not tampered with someone that's attempting to get some celebrity status. That's the argument. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, well, with the state Supreme Court ruling there, I mean, it's hard to find a way that they won't be successful in this lawsuit. And Khalif, you kind of touched on it there. We know that the defense team, they say Alec Murdaugh's out of money. There's no money for them. So would they be able to get the money for not just the past trial, but also because now, because of her actions, you're forcing us to go back to court. So past trial and the next one.
Yeah, his legal team touched on that as well, and I think this was the best answer you give in that scenario. They talked about there not being any more money, and he said, well, sometimes you do you quote a client for a fee. Basically a flat fee. Hey, I'll represent you for this trial for $100,000. And he said, but the job isn't done. And he said, meaning that we're not getting paid now, but we're still working. We're representing our client because he hired us to do something, and because of Becky Hill's actions, the job isn't done. Now, did he tip his hat to, all right, some of that money that will be recouped possibly from this could go to us? A little bit, but he also said none of this money is going to go to Alex Murdaugh. That all of the funds, because he owes so many different people, would be dispersed in a number of other ways. But I'm suspecting that some of those ways would be to their legal funds to ensure that he has the representation going forward.
Khalif, quickly, we know a reach out probably expected here. How do you not have a tainted trial when you start over? Do you have all new players, all new judge? That kind of thing? I mean, how does what just happened not leak its way into a new trial?
100% great question. I think that you'll for sure have new players in terms of a jury. You're not going to get the same jury pool, right? You'll get a new judge. They already talked about that yesterday, that once it gets remanded back to the lower court, that a different judge, not the judge that was on the previous case, will be there. But it'll be the same DAs. It will be the same prosecutor. It will be the same defense attorneys, but you'll have different legal strategies. But that jury, can you get a jury that's fair and impartial? Not a jury that's unaware of the case. That's the key point. It's going to be impossible. We had to hide under a rock for the last year, maybe 2 years, to not know this case existed. But can you get someone that, even if they are aware of it, that's able to set those biases aside and still be fair and be impartial? That's what you're going to have to be able to get. So as they mentioned in the presser yesterday, you're going to get jury pools that are going to be significantly larger than normal, because you're probably going to go through a few hundred people before you can get to that right number of 12 to 14 that can be fair and impartial. You may need to get folks from other counties, but there is a way to get there. It may not happen overnight, maybe 2 weeks, but it'll get there at some point.
It'll take some time, and the plot thickens with this case.
Yeah.
Yet again. All right,
sure.
Kalev, thank you so much.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.